you called a few of your friends to listen to our program. Unless you don't have any friends, then if you don't have any friends, you have a little problem. There are people like that, too. Right, Tom? Tom is our engineer this morning, Mr. Tom Becker. He and I are friends. I don't know if we have any other friends, but Tom and I are friends. And we call each other, so perhaps you'll call one of your friends and tell them to tune in right now. The show has just started. We had a request from Bina Barnett for the Green Cuisine. So let's hear the Green Cuisine.
I'm the rose whom Johnny Doughboy wed one day on Erin's Isle. When he left, he said, we'll meet again in just a little while. And then, sure enough, he sent for me when victory came through. With a ticket for America, he cabled, I love you. I'm reaching New York Harbor at the pier that happy day. His relatives were there to meet me, and I heard them say, da kommt sie unsere Cousina. Schenk wie golde sie der Reite Grina. Guck wie Johnny trockt der Gräsen Schmeichel. Und ja, guck sie trockt der Fess im Beichel. Which means, here she comes, our cousin from Killarney. Lovely as a rose and that's no blarney. Her appearance gives the intimation. She will soon increase our population. My little cousin said, I am Maxie Pippick, your new cousin. Bumblebees I'm keeping by the dozen. And if you would like to know about the dozen, all you got to do is ask your cousin. Johnny's mother said, lucky is my son to get what you've got. Seems like Johnny always hits the jackpot. 'Cause Werner Weichela is great with Dinah. It's not from the food served on that ocean liner. And welcome, Greener cousin, to this day.
My little green cousin, and that was for Bina Barnett. Now, as you know, last week and the week previous to last week, I told you about that Israeli Hasidic festival, which will be here in the Miami area, I believe on November 14th. Let me take a look. Yes, sir, November 14th at the Theater of Performing Arts. I told you we were promised a record, and we didn't get the record. But I have some good news. You know, that great impresario, Ari Kaduri, he flew to New York to get the record specially for us. Couldn't trust the mail. Tom, did you hear that? The man actually flew to New York. Ari Kaduri flew to New York to bring us the record. And that, isn't that amazing? And we have the record, and I'd like to thank his secretary, Judy. And we're going to hear one of the selections. The first selection, as a matter of fact, it's called Abli Day from the Hasidic Festival of 1981. Let's go.
Die, ברכה ולי די, 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 ברכה ולי די, 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 ברכה ולי די. עד שיבלו שפתותיכם היא לומר די, עד שיבלו שפתותיכם היא לומר די, 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 ברכה ולי די, איי, 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 די, 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 ברכה ולי די. בריקותי לכם רחת ולי די, בריקותי לכם רחת ולי די, בריקותי לכם רחת ולי די, 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 die, bracha Adelita. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Bracha Adelita.
Die, die, die. I love those lyrics. Die, die, die. They're easy to remember. Of course, we can hear more of the selections. We're going to hear it this morning. And this is from the show that's going to appear here, the Israeli Hasidic Festival of 1981, Saturday, November 14th at the Theater of the Performing Arts. And so far, I must say that I like that selection. And we're going to hear the other selections a little later on during the course of our program. Now, did I announce that the Rodimer organization are going to have their Hanukkah party December 20th? I don't know if I did, but if I didn't, I'm announcing it now. And if you'd like to have your organization's party announced, just give me a call at 651-3241, 651-3241. Now we're going to bring up that Israeli performer, David Eshet, singing to us about the telephone. And while he's singing about the telephone, how about you picking up your telephone and calling your friends up and tell them to join our program right now? Mr. David Eshet.
Bist du da klung, wo legt man den Jeton? Ich leg ihn mit der Schwung in Loch von Telefon. Hallo, Monsieur Simon, ich will reden mit Jacqueline. Hallo, es ist nicht Simon, verfallen mein Jeton am Modner Telefon. Wo soll ich jetzt der Ton? Ich packe rein siehst an anderen Jeton. Es hält sich gar nicht an, es hält nicht mein Jeton. Fällt zurück heraus, ich tu alles, was ich kann. Hallo, hallo, Zentrale. Ich hab da reingelegt ein Jeton in Lächeln von Telefon und ich weiß nicht, was zu tun.
Hebt euch das Treiben und hört sich zum Klang. Ist ein langer mit einem kurzen Überreis. Im Gegenteil ist der vernommener Klang ein kurzer mit einem langen Überreis. Gedenkt, dreht nicht an kein Nummer, bis ihr wird nicht der Herrn dem gehörigen Klang.
Ich dreh und dreh und dreh, der Kopf tut mich schön weh. Ich reiß mir aus das Herz, das hält nicht kein Geschrei. Hallo, ich such Jacqueline, was arbeitet bei Simon. Nein, sie hat nicht kein Mann, das ist also Salon. Mein teure Jacqueline, ich hab schon mehr kein Herz. Sie arbeitet bei Dior und fährt von weiß auf schwarz. Ich bete, ich ruft Jacqueline, sie weiß schon, wer ich bin. Sie soll ich warten da, sie soll ich gehen dahin. Jo, hallo, Monsieur Simon?
Dort Dr. Eisen, innerliche Krankheit.
Dr. Eisen?
Ja,
Was tut ihr im Salon?
dort Dr. Eisen.
Ich weiß. Seid also gut, Doktor, und ruft mir Jacqueline.
Jacqueline,
Ja.
da ist nicht Jacqueline, da ist Dr. Eisen, innerliche Krankheit.
Doktor,
Ja,
ich bin krank auf die innerliche Krankheiten.
ich nehm an von 8 bis 1 a Sänger. Shalom.
Wo kriegt man da rein? Wo kriegt man da raus? Ich halt sich da ein, noch halt es mir nicht aus. Ich weiß nicht, wie er soll. Ich nehm noch ein Jeton. Ich warf in euch herein. Uns klingt der Telefon. Hallo? Hallo? Ich bin auf 380. Es klingt der Telefon. Jacqueline, ich muss dich sehen. Jacqueline, was tut sich dort? Red, ich soll verstehen. Ich denk noch dein Sabort. Hallo? Jacqueline Ketzele,
Der Nummer, was ihr wünscht, und an einem Nummer. Guckt rein in ein Telefonbuch.
Ich hör, a schönem Dank.
Christopher Moss. Der Nummer, was ihr wünscht, und an einem Nummer. Guckt rein in ein Telefonbuch.
A Dank, a Dank.
Christopher Moss. Der Nummer, was ihr wünscht,
Ja.
und an einem Nummer.
Ich hör.
Guckt rein in ein Telefonbuch.
A schönem Dank.
Christopher Moss. Der Nummer, was ihr
Hallo.
wünscht, und
Hallo.
an einem Nummer.
Ich hab
Guckt
schon
rein
gehört, ja,
in ein
ich weiß, a
Telefonbuch.
schönem Dank.
Christopher Moss. Der Nummer, was ihr wünscht,
Oh,
und an einem Nummer.
ich
Guckt
bin doch
rein
nicht stolz,
in
so
ein
alt der ich ist.
Telefonbuch.
Ich hab schon reingeguckt. Guck, ich weiß, a schönem Dank.
Christopher Moss. Der Nummer, was ihr
Hallo.
wünscht, und an
Hallo.
einem Nummer.
Ihr macht von mir
Guckt
heute,
rein
macht ihr.
in ein
Ich hab
Telefonbuch.
schon gehört,
Der
einmal,
Nummer, was ihr
zweimal,
wünscht,
dreimal,
und an
viermal
einem
ist
Nummer.
der Schier.
Guckt
Geht
rein
darum
in ein
von der Linie.
Telefonbuch.
A schönem Dank.
Christopher Moss. Der Nummer, was ihr wünscht, und an
Ui,
einem
das ein
Nummer.
Nummer.
Guckt rein
Was
in
meint
ein
ihr sich was?
Telefonbuch.
Ihr wisst
Der
machen von
Nummer,
mir
was ihr wünscht,
Gelächter.
und an einem
Ihr
Nummer.
habt das
Guckt
Telefon.
rein in
Ah,
ein
riechen euer
Telefonbuch.
Telefon rein.
A schönem Dank.
Christopher Voss.
Der Nummer, was ihr wünscht, und an einem Nummer. Guckt rein in ein Telefonbuch. Christopher Moss. Der Nummer, was ihr wünscht, und an einem Nummer. A schönem Dank. Der Nummer, was ihr wünscht, und an einem Nummer. Guckt rein in ein Telefonbuch. Der Nummer, was ihr wünscht.
Well, we all have problems with the telephone, and I sincerely hope you use your telephone now to call up a few of your friends and tell them to tune in to Freilach Time. Anyway, we had a call from Janice Dearman, and she likes that song, Simon Tough, Mazel Tov. I tell you what I'm going to do for you, Janice. From my recording 50 Hasidic hits, I recorded a medley, and you're going to hear Ad Yeshama, Simon Tough, Mazel Tov, which you requested, Shmolky's Niggin, and 2 more songs, and you'll hear Marty Levitt playing the clarinet with his orchestra. So let the music begin. Well, Janice, I hope you were satisfied. I did play for you Simon Tuff Mazel Tov, and I also played for you in that selection one of the most popular songs, Schmaltzy's Nicken. And you just heard the Marty Levitt Orchestra with Marty Levitt playing the clarinet. Now you hear me speaking. Anyway, we had a request by Jackie Fields for Osei Shalom. And if you'd like to have a request, you can give me a call at 651-3241. 651-3241. So now let's hear it again. I don't know. Osei Shalom. And who's singing this? Yes, Igal Bashan. Igal Bashan singing for us Osei Shalom. Beautiful. Is that applause for me, Tom, or was that for the artist on the record? Yeah, I think that applause was for us. We have a public service announcement, Brotherhood Breakfast Forum on Sunday morning, November 15th at 9:30 a.m. in the Youth Lounge of Temple Beth Am. And one of the speakers will be Mr. Al Liebert, who I had the good fortune of meeting personally, Mr. Al Liebert. And this is Temple Beth Am. What's the address of Temple Beth Am? Do we know the address? I have it here. It's 5950 North Kendall Drive, and that will be November 15th in the morning. Now, last week I played a Hungarian Chardish, and I did mention the fact that we all know how to listen to a Hungarian Chardish, but how many people know how to dance it? And sure enough, I had a phone call from Yolanda Polar, and she said, Marty, do you remember when you played with the orchestra recently at a wedding? And I danced a Hungarian Chardish? And I said, I certainly do. So for you, Yolanda, you can stand up right now and get ready to dance to Eshet. Eshet for Yolanda Polar. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you danced to that. Now it's time to break the station. This is WDNA Miami. Social Security. Well, we all know what Social Security is, and lately, they want to cut Social Security. They want to change what it's based upon. But forget about all of that. This is dedicated to Sonia Gale, and we have a special song entitled Social Security.
Ich will draaien voor ons zoen, woest zich wel, we kennen eenmaal, wil ik draaien nog gewoon.
Du kennst dir geben mir als Ding, als einem Kauf gemachten Ding, als ich soll sich vieren Leipzig in der Sonne sein fein.
Ich kenn, ich will, wo's meinst ich bin a Drom, ob ich will nicht kennen, geben dir a Min, will ich geben dir a Skon.
Wenn ihr bei mir schön wieder repetieren, denkt ihr, es kann etwas noch passieren.
Wo's meinst, ein alter Mann verliert den ganzen den Desire. If you think so, then my dear, you're a cockeyed liar.
Ich will auch fragen, etwas.
Nu?
Was Herz sucht mit Money, Money, Money. So ist etwas du.
Says du, says du, says du, says du, says du. Soll ich mal so viel Tausender, wie viel Geld says du?
Ihr habt Geld, sucht ihr.
Ich such, says du, nur nicht bei mir.
Sucht, schickt mir der Detail, antwort mir. Bouge fort, a dein Fort ihr.
Ich hab auf alle jeden gesucht geworden, wo's ich hab.
Wo's hat mir?
Social Security für alte Leute Brüche.
Social Security helft jeden nach euch.
Social Security a Band für Amish Buche.
Social Security kümmert in jeden Reus. Amulaman zeigt sich Hashem bei Bulam mit Kotze.
Ein Datum gar nicht, wer sie ist, will nur sehen, sie hat sie.
Social Security,
You get a change of life. Then what's my fire till retire, baby 65. Social Security for alte Leute Brüche.
Social Security helft jeden nach euch.
Social Security a Band für Amish Buche.
Social Security kümmert in jeden Reus. Amulaman zeigt sich Hashem bei Bulam mit Kotze.
Ein Datum gar nicht, wer sie ist, will nur sehen, sie hat sie. Social Security, you get a change of life. Then what's my fire till retire, baby 65.
Social Security, Social Security. Well, anyway, this is from the Broadway, Second Avenue show by Mr. Shane. We all heard of that song by Mr. Shane, and of course you heard Charlotte Cooper and Jacob Jacobs singing Social Security, and the song was written by the great Jewish composer Shalom Sekunda. Now, that's a very important bit of information. I think you should know about it. Now we're going to present that great trumpet player, Lou Levin, playing for us, Bublitsky.
This is WDNA, Miami.
That's what you call trumpet playing. And of course, Lou used to work for me in New York in my orchestra, and we just heard one of the finest renditions on the trumpet of Bublitsky. Now I'd like to present the better half, my beautiful wife, Harriet Kane, for Dr. Wachtel. He likes to listen to Harriet all the time, and Harriet's going to sing now, Shir Ashirim.
Shir ma shehele shleime ich liebste it's dein ich ukenu minche kais pihu ki tsai bam doi bechamein ich kann die Worte nicht verstehen, nur ich will sie seinen Schein, tief im Himmel haben sie, klingen sie mit Freudenglied, schnell die Lieder singen wieder, ewig noch Maria, sing sie lieber wieder immer, sing sie nur von mir. Dem Shir Ashirim hat Schleimer geschrieben, sein liebster Schlammer, du's göttlich Gesang. Dem Shir Ashirim, ein Baby geblieben, du's Lied von der Lieder, heiligste Liebesplan. Mein Herz ist flammen, in preisende Jammern, sie singen zusammen. In himmlischen Hof, dem Shir Ashirim, die göttliche Tenor, es singt jeder einer, dem Shir Ashirim. Mein Herz flammen, in preisende Jammern, sie singen zusammen, in himmlischen Hof, dem Shir Ashirim, die göttliche Tenor, es singt jeder
Beautiful, Harriet. That was very well done. Harriet Kane singing for Dr. Wachtel, Shir Ashirim. Now, I'd like to tell you that we're going to do a Freilach Time concert, Harriet and I, sometimes in January. at the Weberman Caterers New Ballroom. And if you'd like to attend such a concert, give me a call at 651-3241. 651-3241. Once again, from that record that Mr. Kaduri gave us, from the new Israeli Hasidic Festival, the festival of 1981, which will be at the Theater of Performing Arts, November 14th. Oh, that's very shortly. We're going to hear another selection from that album.
Ay, 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 ולא תקהל מי. לא, 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 תבושי. לא, 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 תבושי. ay, 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 ולא תקהל מי. ממה, 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 תשתוך אחי.
Beautiful. That's really a beautiful song, and I think I'm going to go there November 14th at the Theater of Performing Arts for the Israeli Hasidic Festival of 1981. And once again, I'd like to thank that great impresario, Ari Kaduri, for this album. How about a little mambo? I think it's mambo time. What do you say, Tom? You think it's mambo time?
Sounds good.
Mambo sounds good. Do we know how to dance a mambo? We danced the Charters before. But how about a Yiddish mambo with Mickey Katz?
On the sidewalks of old New York, my Bobby is blowing her cork. She digs his Litwackel leg. She's on an Afro-Cuban kick. My Yiddish mambo. You ought to see her shake it now. You ought to see her shuckle. She schreit Carambo, give me mambo, not the huckle buckle. She don't want no flatfoot flugie. She don't want no fly. Beat the bongo and the Congo. I'm Mechaya. Oi! Paris Prade, she loves him avade. Na Yiddish mambo. You ought to see her go to town. She's dancing for her supper. Her lid is popping while she's hopping. She's a mutter hopper. She don't go for Lindy hopping. She don't dig those cats. Gets her jollies from timbales. I'm Mechaya. Yes! She's baking her chalice for Nora Morales. Na Yiddish mambo. She mambos in the major leagues. She's teaching every tannin. Cool and kosher like the Rocher. She must have the pannin. Turkey trottin gives her nothing. Waltzes are too slow. She blows that trooper like in Cuba. She must holler, go! Her kugel is hot for Xavier Cugat. Na Yiddish mambo. She made the shot and mambo mad. She's even hip the jammers. And now and then she gets to dig Fernando.
Dance the mambo. I don't know. It's a little different step, the mambo. It's a little faster, I think. Maybe not. Maybe the Charters is faster. Anyway, did I tell you about the APAI today? I did not tell you about the APAI, which stands for Association of Parents of American Israelis. If you have a child living in Israel, there is an organization for you to join, and the lady to call is Helene Ross at 932-0071. But if you have a request for a song, you call me, Marty Levitt, at 651-3241. Now, you know what our program's all about. It's about tradition. So let's hear tradition from the great Broadway musical Fiddler on the Roof.
Fiddler on the Roof. Sounds crazy, no? But in our little village of Anatevka, you might say, every one of us is a fiddler on the roof, trying to scratch out a pleasant, simple tune without breaking his neck. It isn't easy. You may ask, why do we stay up there if it's so dangerous? We stay because Anatevka's our home. And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in one word. Tradition. 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 Tradition.
traditions, we've kept our balance for many years. Here in Anatevka, we have our traditions for everything. How to eat, how to sleep, how to work, even how to wear clothes. For instance, we always keep our heads covered. We wear these little prayer shawls. This shows our constant devotion to God. You may ask, how did this tradition get started? I'll tell you. I don't know. But it's a tradition. Because of our traditions, everyone here knows who he is and what God expects him to do.
Whole day and night must scramble for a living, feed a wife and children, say his daily prayers, and who has the right, as master of the house, to have the final word at home? The Papa! Tradition! The Papa! Tradition!
Who must know the way to make a proper home, a quiet home, a kosher home? Who must raise a family and run the home, so Papa's free to read the holy book?
The Mama! Tradition! The Mama! Tradition! At 3 I started Hebrew school. At 10 I learned the trade. I hear they picked a bride for me. I hope she's pretty. The sons. Tradition. The sons. Tradition.
And who does Mama teach to mend and tend and fix, preparing me to marry whoever Papa picks?
The daughter. I have 5 daughters. Tradition. The daughter. The daughter. Tradition. Day and night must scramble for a living, feed a wife and children, say his daily prayers, and he has the right, as master of the house, to have the final word at home. See the Papa. Tradition. The Papa. The Papa. Tradition.
And in the circle of our little village, we've always had our many special types. For instance, Yen to the matchmaker.
Avram, I have a perfect match for your son. A wonderful girl.
Who is it?
Rachel, the shoemaker's daughter.
Rachel. She can hardly see. She's almost blind.
Tell the truth, Avram. Is your son so much to look at? The way she sees and the way he looks, it's a perfect match.
And Reb Nochem the beggar.
Alms for the poor. Alms for the poor.
Here, Reb Nachum, here's 1 kopeck.
1 kopeck? Last week you gave me 2 kopecks.
I had a bad week.
So, if you had a bad week, why should I suffer?
And most important, our beloved rabbi.
Rabbi, may I ask you a question?
Certainly, my son.
Is there a proper blessing for the Tsar?
A blessing for the Tsar, of course. May God bless and keep the Tsar far away from us.
Among ourselves, we've always gotten along perfectly well. Of course, there was the time he sold him a horse, but delivered a mule. But that's all settled. Now we live in simple peace and harmony.
It was a horse.
It was a mule.
It was a horse.
It was a mule.
It was a horse.
tradition. Tradition. Without our traditions, our life would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.
Tradition. That's what our program's all about, tradition. We keep up the tradition. And if you'd like to help us, if you have a business and you'd like to underwrite our program, by all means, contact us here at WDNA. And if you have a special request, you can give me a call at 651-3241. Our next guest artist, stepping into the spotlight, he was on this morning, and he's coming back, Mr. David Eshet, singing for us, Those Were the Days. Now, you remember Those Were the Days, right? When you got 3 cents plane, do you remember that? Frankfurter for a nickel, gasoline for 17 cents a gallon. Do you remember that, Tom?
An alte Kretschme.
An alte Kretschme. You know what an alte Kretschme means? Oh, that's like an old nightclub. Let's listen.
Denkst du, wie gelacht wir haben schon, äußerst zu sein? Fahre bei die Tage, mein Freund, ich denke so bis heint, noch jene Zeit, voll Simche, voll Gesang. Das Leben scheint und lacht, es ist jeder Tag a Pracht, wenn du bist jung und munter ist dein Gang. Lai, 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 lai. Oi, wie schnell es laufen Jahren. Oi, es gewinn a Welt und sie geflogt. Wenn ich treff dich durch a Zufall in der Kretschme, wollt ich mit a Schmeichel dir gesagt. Fahre bei die Tage, mein Freund, ich denke so bis heint, noch jene Zeit, voll Simche, voll Gesang. Das Leben scheint und lacht, es ist jeder Tag a Pracht, wenn du bist jung und munter ist dein Gang. Lai, 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 lai. Seh ich jene Kretschme vor die Augen, scheu nicht mehr, was is amol gewinn. Es guckt zu mir von Scheub a Reus a Schotten. Der Schotten dacht sich, das bin ich allein. Fahre bei die Tage, mein Freund, ich denke so bis heint, noch jene Zeit, voll Simche, voll Gesang. Das Leben scheint und lacht, es ist jeder Tag a Pracht, wenn du bist jung und munter ist dein Gang. Lai, 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 lai. Herr, wie's klingt bekannt mir dein Gelächter, der kennst mich nicht, mein Freund, der kennt dich kaum. Wir wären Tage älter, nur nicht kluger. Im Herzen wacht noch als derselber treu. Fahr bei die Tage, mein Freund, ich denke so bis heint, noch jene Zeit, voll Simche, voll Gesang. Das Leben scheint und lacht, es ist jeder Tag a Pracht, wenn du bist jung und munter ist dein Gang. Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai.
beautiful. Those were the days, but now they're different these days. Let's bring back the hands of time, and now with the boys in my band, I'm going to play for you an old-fashioned Jewish instrumental. you enjoyed that, you know, we're going to play music like that on our Freilach Time concert in January at the Weberman Caterers' new ballroom. So I sincerely hope that you'll be there, because I love to play this type of music, and Harriet Kane is going to sing, and we're going to have a great time. So if you're interested, you can give me a call at 651-3241. And now, Stevie and Eydie.
Bless the sky, the tree, the bird, and we fill our hearts with joy. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Sounds of love. Hallelujah. The sunshine of love. Hallelujah. The bells will go ringing, yes, ringing from dawn till night. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Day by day. Hallelujah. Don't throw it away. Fly and spread your wings. Be free again like a butterfly. Come along and sing with me. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hand in hand. Hallelujah. All over the land. Hallelujah. Let's start from the start and sing it with all our hearts. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Sounds of love. Hallelujah. The sunshine above. Hallelujah. The bells will go ringing, yes, ringing from dawn till night. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hand in hand. Hallelujah. All over the land. Hallelujah. Let's go from the start and sing it with all our hearts. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Sing the song. Hallelujah. We'll follow along.
Hallelujah. I hope you all are enjoying our show this morning. That, of course, was Steve Lawrence and Eydie Gourmet. Well, now it's time for a little gypsy music. So, Yolanda, a little Hungarian music for you, Yolanda. Get ready to dance. that was special for Yolanda Polar. And now, once again, our new album that we have here at the studio from the Israeli Hasidic Festival of 1981, which will be here in Miami, November 14th at the Theater of Performing Arts. So at this time, we're going to listen to another selection from that album.
שיבנה בית המקדש, שיבנה בית המקדש, שיבנה בית המקדש, בית המקדש שיבנה במהרה, 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 במהרה בימינו, במהרה, 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 במהרה בימינו שיבנה, שיבנה בית המקדש שיבנה, שיבנה, שיבנה בית המקדש שיבנה במהרה, 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 במהרה בימינו, במהרה, 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 במהרה בימינו. שיבנה בית המקדש במהרה בימינו, ותן חלקנו בתורתך יבבבבם. שיבנה בית המקדש במהרה בימינו. איי, 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 במהרה, 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 במהרה בימינו. במהרה, 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 במהרה בימינו. שיבנה, שיבנה שיבנה, שיבנה
We just heard another selection from the Hasidic Festival of 1981, which is going to be in Miami, November 14th at the Theater of Performing Arts. Now it's time for nostalgia. We're going to hear from one of the great dramatic actresses from the Yiddish stage. We're going to set the hands of time back a little bit and hear the immortal Jennie Goldstein sing to us about the three hotel keepers in Miami. There are a lot more hotel keepers, but she's going to sing to us about only 3 of them. And this is based upon the melody Achazendl Ab Shabbos.
It's geriefen geworden a special meeting in the Catskill Mountains in Sullivan County, aber letzte Woche gelesen, dem wo Sorten ist gewesen. Then gekommen to the meeting 3 hotel keepers, sie bereiten de Lage, in zu nehmen a Wort in der Frage. Einer a hotelkeeper in Ferndale, the zweite in Woodridge, in der dritte in Fallsburg. Rief sich auf der hotelkeeper in Ferndale, sucht der Gewalt, I never complaining, and I'm klugen im Weinen. Die Preisen sind doppelt, ob sie Bullis in Knobbel, verkäuft man ab Reutag, verschinnt man der Heutag. Die Preisen sie werden als Hecher in Hecher, wird kleiner der Baby, in größer der Lecher, a Chicken sie a Springel, kostet Flat Diamond Ringel, vor wem soll man flicken, die Wort auf die Chicken, also hat gedacht, sehr fast Guinness auf der mit F-15. Rief sich auf der Hotelkeeper von Woodridge. Sucht der Gewalt, wie nennt man an Hector? A Sockel der Hector. Such aggravation, people come for vacation, they eat without measure, and gives enough pleasure. It's simply outrageous, jeder race of the wages, the boss boys are hiking, the waiters are striking, the chauffeur geht fishing, in the Waberläufen, mischen the Kurten, with a mem, not with a P. Azoi hat gedacht, I'll tell you that in 2 boys, some possible. Rief sich auf der Hotelkeeper in Fallsburg. Ich sag, da Gewalt, hat ja noch nicht gekreuzt, sie schreien sich ein Labor Day. Noch einmal sagt, da Gewalt, wo zeigt der Hotel mir, das Leben nehmen noch well mir. Hab zusammengetrieben, in jeden Rum 7, geh sei barem herzig, als Rums hab ich fertig, im Wodas 300, die schlucken hat 100, gepackt wie Sardinen, sind ich du wer soll cleanen, die Juren da geht man, noch Single Rooms Basement, I wouldn't take that room, I wanted a bathroom, Hotch nennt noch ein Toilet, gib jeden a Toilet, azoi, hat gedacht, ist gefallen der Erster in der letzte Vorschlag. Wir soll reden, der Preis.
Did you hear that? We will raising the prices. That was her last statement. That's what the Arabs did. We gave them the AWACS, and the next day they raised the prices. $2 per barrel. They couldn't even give us a week. The very next day, we got a raise. Well, what are you going to do? It doesn't pay to be nice to anyone, that's what I say. When you give people something, do they appreciate it? No, they don't appreciate it. Years ago, people used to appreciate something. These days, everybody, I don't know, very impersonal world, that's all I can tell you. At this time, from my album, Marty Levitt Goes Continental, my orchestra is going to play for you Na Pozycję Dziewuszka and Ciemnaya Noc. You just heard the Marty Levitt Orchestra, your host, playing for you Chomnaya Noch and Naposichu Jevshka. And next, you know what we all need? We need mazel. And if we need mazel, I'm going to give you mazel right now.
Gotta have a little mazel, 'cause mazel means good luck. And with a little mazel, you'll always have a buzz. And if you have no mazel, and though you're on the ball, you try and try, you can't get by. You beat your head against the wall. Don't ever try to figure why you seem to be the blame. That some folks have a million, I can't even write their name. You gotta have a little mazel, and you never will get stuck. 'Cause with a little mazel, you'll always have good luck. Gotta have a little mazel, and you never will get stuck. 'Cause with a little mazel, you'll always have good luck.
Mazel, we all have to have mazel. And you know, you hear the theme song in the background. It means I'm about to leave. I'd like to make this special announcement. If you have a business and you'd like to underwrite our program, by all means, feel free to call us. We can mention your business's name and where it's located. And you know, we could use the loot down here at WDNA. Anyway, with the playing of our theme song signifies the end of our program, Freilach Time. I would like to thank you one and all for joining our Freilach Time Mishpacha. The magic word is be gesund. Because if you are gesund, you are glicklock, and if you are glicklock, you have mazel. If you have mazel, you have panusa, and if you have panusa, you are Freilach, which brings us right back to Freilach Time every Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. So let me tell you this. So long, shalom, and toda rabah, and thanks for joining us. I'll be with you again next week, and if you'd like to call me, give me a call at 651-3241. 651-3241.